Alright, hello and welcome to this little tour of my tiny abode on this build server, this private build server that I got access to via a Twitch acquaintance, Valheim acquaintance, all that. I wanted to build this with the rules of the server in mind and just the natural properties of the game. If you hit F2, you can see the instance count. We are chillin' with this one. Oh yes. So right now we got a little over 2,900 instances. FPS is cruising. I love that. I'm really enjoying that. Almost 100 FPS in this area. And this is to say every little piece that you're going to put, everything that you're going to modify about the terrain is going to count as an instance. It's going to affect the lag of an area. It's going to depreciate the FPS. And so on these build server rules, or at least this one, you'll usually find a rule against building a gigantic area-wide castle in order to tank a bunch of server members' PC's frame rates. You don't want to do that. Also, you don't want to terrain modify. You don't want to terraform too much because you will also tank people's FPS in that sense. And so, with these rules in mind, with also the rule of keeping as much of the natural just area intact as possible, that's including like ruins and things, I set out to find a nice area, I gathered the mats, and then I set out to build this. Very nice little house. Now the idea of keeping it like this, I could have made it like 9,000 instances and it would have been okay. But that's if I was going to build by myself. No. I want this to be potentially a village. There's a nice rock here to build on. Here. There's further boulders jutting out up. There's an area over here on the other side, which is cool to build on. There are areas further around, down the river and up the river. There's a nice plateau of plains that are covered with snow right there. Like, there's a lot of cool things to build on, and so, keeping all of these things in mind, I wanted to build small. And so I built small. Darkwood gate here, a lot of Dvergr copper walls on the side. We've got a Yaglith trophy here. I decided to make this themed in the sense of life and death. Very much like general boss themes in Valheim, where you kind of alternate between like a mix of life and death. Just boss to boss to boss. Like there's undead, then we have the Elder, and then Bone Mass, Modair, Yaglith, and then the Queen. Very much rotating. Put a black forge here, mainly just because I really like the way that the Dvergr walls look with the reflection of the basically any light. Like you can put the personal lights of my Dvergr lantern in the porcupine right next to it. It looks fantastic. But yeah, I wanted to be able to see the view, enjoy the view, and have walls here that have amazing lighting properties. I have 3 spice racks here, along with this cooking area. I just love the way that spice racks look. I think they're phenomenal. This one's just kind of off-kilter a little bit. Let me fix that, actually. I don't have the crafting station. Fuck it. I'm fine. Crystal battle axe back there because I figured we're in the mountains. It's a really cool looking thing. You can just kind of see that light radiating through the smoke. I love that look. And also, having this all kind of built into the mountain stone looks gorgeous. The hearth built into the mountain stone. We're able to cook some things, but mainly the cauldron and this iron cooking station is also for decoration. Got my portal here, and if you're coming through the portal, you're going to notice this interesting combo of trophies, or decoration pieces. Wraith trophy and an ancient bark spear. What I had to do was, I had to put an extra item stand and then layer the ancient bark spear item stand on top of the empty item stand. Of course, you're going to have to put the Wraith trophy up last. So you put the empty item stand, another empty item stand with the ancient bark spear on it, and then you have your Wraith trophy. And again, this is this idea of something very natural. Ancient Bark Spear, representing life, and then the Wraith representing death. Very cool. I wanted to include Spiral Staircase into the rock itself because I love that look. But I wanted it to be not your typical coiling Spiral Staircase. I have this one almost snaking up, and I think that one is much more interesting. Green and black banners just because, again, life and death representation. And there's this sort of theme of you see something before you really see it. You know, you get a little tease. So you get a little tease of the view before you actually see it. You get a little tease of the upper floor before you actually get to it. Sure, you can just jump out of here, and that's fine. But the real way forward is through the banners. And that's when you get the view proper. You had a tease of the view earlier. Now we have the actual view. One of the best single instance decorations in the game is this windmill. It looks beautiful, and it's literally just one. I just made a little platform for it and slapped it down, and it's gorgeous. I'm addicted to Dvergr Lantern and all the build pieces surrounding it, so I have these as my main lighting throughout the house. It has quite a bit of a glow. Even when I have the bloom off, you can see that it has this nice yellow hue around it. It looks gorgeous. I love having Dvergr Lantern on my person for these aesthetic views, and some sort of glowing item in the main weapon. Even if it's a porcupine, I usually have Mistwalker, but Mistwalker is not going to be good against stone golems. The porcupine is. This is when we see the actual structure of the house, top floor here, and all the design. I didn't intend on leaving this little wooded area, this ridge area, kind of bare. Originally I thought, okay, I'm going to put some trophies on that and make it look nice, but I actually really like the contrast between this bare sort of aesthetic yet still simple in a way structural look of the house on this side, contrasted with the absolutely decked out, overgrown Dvergr door that I had here. Now, the idea that I originally had was I'm going to have this Dvergr door with all of its black marble framing, and it's going to be overgrown to symbolize that maybe this was here first. Maybe that this overgrown door was here first, and it was just ruins that I've built on top of, you know. Sort of free-built the gate, and then all the other things on top of it, which is amazing. The black marble plus hex gate looks always incredible. It's always going to be a great look. I have it in my first Mistlands co-op run base build. We've made that the entrance to the kitchen in that playthrough, and it's just phenomenal. My new favorite trophy, Brenna trophy. Just, I love fighting Brenna just for the trophy. It's gorgeous. Again, sort of representing death. We have all these A-bombs that are in between life and death. Shamans that represent life. We also have some rancid remains poking through, and then some skeleton trophies as well. Real big mix of life and death. I wanted to have some of them kind of almost hidden, like the shaman trophy. I really wanted to give it this overgrown feel, where some of the trophies you kind of have to work around to get the proper perspective to see them, like this shaman trophy here. You gotta back up to see that skeleton trophy there. You gotta get over here for this rancid remains trophy, like that sort of thing, where the more you sort of exist around here, the more you can really appreciate all the tiny details. Now I put these core wood things here, not only because it's nice to just walk and not have immediately fallen off, which again isn't really a worry with Feather Cape, and that's been great, but also it has amazing convenience with Arbalest that I've noticed while I was building it. I've seen some drakes, some wolves in the distance up there, and you're able to snipe and maintain being on the base on this balcony, even though you have that self knockback. It's really good. So we'll just, we'll just fire a bone bolt. Oh, there's a drake. Actually, we can do this. Yeah, kill the drake, still remain on top. It's a beautiful thing. Now heading back in is where we get the reveal, hey, we're properly in the second floor. Now there's a gap here so that you can actually walk up here, and you'll actually fall down if you go right there. And that's fine. If you want to, you can just jump up, and that's cool. And so over here, put this Lox rug to kind of cover that up nice. Followed up with a bench, which, I mean, look at that. 3 growth trophies. Again, death, shaman trophy, life. We've got a Dwerger lantern. I wanted to top this off with its dark wood walls and also crystal, just because that's just such a classic look. I used this in one of my Earl's Good Gatherings kitchen build. That's just a weird little side building playthrough. It's like really the last time I built specifically just for building on video was for that. This is kind of a pain to set up, but you have to have a Galder table here, and then you have to have all the mats for the unfading candles, but my god, does this look just so nice. I wanted this to just be a cute little meeting place, honestly. You can gather around by the candlelight and the lantern light and just kind of hang out. I didn't want it to be too bright in here, because I think it would ruin the semi-creepy vibe of this whole place, but, I mean, it's still just so cool. I love it. Very vibey in here. And we got a mix of Dwerger tankards and Horn of Celebrations. Very, very snazzy items here. I love it. You can kind of see this Yag trophy poking out here, but I kind of really like the way that the back of his head looks, because it's very green. And it has this sort of almost mossy, grown over aspect to the back of it, which is interesting because, again, that fits the life and death aspect of this build. Yeah, I mean, just the more nighttime falls, the more interesting I like this base. I mean, look at that. Look at the Brenna trophy up there. Got a more open Grey Dwarf Shaman trophy here. Again, Skeleton trophy, another open one. Yeah, this is really nice. Rancid Remains up there. And again, kind of being able to see the windmill out through the iron gates. Oh, that's beautiful. Overall, the most interesting thing about this base is that it costs more copper, much more copper than it does iron, which is really interesting. But the iron cost is literally, well, you need 2 for the stone cutter to make the black marble support, and you need 3 for the iron nails for the windmill here. 3 more for the iron cooking stand downstairs. The iron cooking rack. And then 4 for each section of these gates here. So if we add that up, it's 8, 11, 14, and then 16 for the stone cutter, but really just 14 for the build in its entirety. The copper walls, the double layers of the copper walls is the real expensive thing here. These Dwerger walls. Whew, expensive. Expensive. And yeah, just with the bloom off, oh, I love the look of this Black Forge. It's so good. You can just repair your stuff, no problem. Even though I have quality 3 Arbalest, I can repair it just fine. And now I'm just going to eat up. Let's get the stuff back, get the light back. And I want to take a look of this from afar. So let's do enter. It's nighttime proper. Let's just move out to the plain side. And then I just wanted to get a look. Yeah, really cool. Really nice. I love how you can see in it. It's gorgeous. What do you guys think of this little base? I built this in only about like maximum grind time, I would say about like 5 hours. So let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that. Overall, I think it's pretty good, and I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of it, especially some of the accidental design options that I've chosen, specifically the look of just how it looks from this side, with the contrast between all of the noise here, and then the very clean entrance exit here. I love that. Looks great. I love the banners up top and then over here too. Amazing look. And yeah, now the trophy eyes are really shining into the dark. Beautiful. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. This whole area might be fleshed out with a bunch more houses, kind of as villages. I think it's going to be absolutely phenomenal by the time it's done. And I'm excited to see how it goes from there. Me, however, I think I'm going to soon enough have access to another private build server. And that one, there will already be a village set up. In which case, I get to match my build to the theming of the village instead of having total freedom. And that's its own sort of exciting and uniquely satisfying challenge. I'm excited for that. I hope you're excited for that. I hope you enjoyed this base. I love the fact that you can zoom out here. You can kind of see the top and the bottom here. Let's take a cute little screenshot of that. Very cool. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys some other time. Bye.